to rate the build. In my most recent episode of Hardcore Minecraft, I wanted to focus on the poorer farming district. So my first port of business was to houses. Now this is known as the poorer farming district, so the houses need to be simple, but equally as functional. So for the first one, I went with a small diagonal build. And the second one was significantly more challenging. Built entirely on a pure diagonal, getting the archways right was extremely difficult. Despite this being the poor district, I did make the decision to add a chimney as they would need to keep warm. Now the deep slate walls and the tough roofs were flipped around as I moved into two new houses. Again, I tried to build these on a slight diagonal to both challenge myself and just create an extra level of detail. Then out back there was some cow and sheep pastures. With those done, I had to think about how the farming goods would leave the city. So I created a dock where we could put some fishing vessels and even some transport cargo. Now no farm is complete without its very own windmill. So I set to work using a mixture of birch and bone blocks to create a very nice, very realistic and totally believable flat top windmill. The one change I would make is to not build the top as flat as I did. There was also the iron farm as a centerpiece, and I wanted this to draw your eye more than anything else around it. So that's why I kept the houses as simple as I did. Next, I needed to connect it to the mainland, so I used a simple bridge which was built purely out of ease of access. But nevertheless, the folks of the city would need to get into this district, so they needed a main road. And for that, I built a bigger, grander bridge so that people would know that this was the intended route. Now I wanted to teach myself a lesson with these builds, as I prefer to build grand and put detail into every thought. But I am trying to build a little bit more realistic here in Minecraft, and just accept that sometimes small builds with little detail just add that level of detail that your world needs. But I also started a new tradition, as we built our very first custom tree, in honor of the graphics card that pulled me through my first days here on YouTube. We even added flowers in to where the leaves part, and while I consider many of these builds today to have been simple in design, I feel that they fit everything that I wanted them to. So I'm asking you,